welcome back to whatever this is. And on today's episode, I do apologize. I actually recorded a bunch of episodes, and life got really busy and really exhausting, and I just didn't have the energy for it for a little bit. And honestly, I think I kind of needed it for a little bit. I'm going to get caught up on those episodes, so after this one, if you see some kind of jumping around, it's probably why. They're a little dated, but I do want to get caught up and kind of use that as momentum going forward, as I do want to put more fun in here. I don't want to make it like my top priority, but I do want to make it something that I'm consistent on more than I was. I know I said that last year, so this year I'm going to kind of just do a refresh on everything. So I know end of the year it was like I get so many games done as of last year. I may do that as a real quick video just to kind of get it done. But I just figure since we're already in February, I'll just jump into the games I want to complete for next year. And one of them I've already beaten it. The Ark of Nepishtim, E6. E6 Ark of Nepishtim. I already beat this one. I actually just beat it the other day before filming. And with this one, it was okay. It's definitely when E's really, I think, started to find its roots, which was fantastic. It's okay. If you can play it on the PS2 or the PC, I played it on a Steam Deck, because I'm a proud owner of one of those. And it was a fantastic game for what it was. You have to remember that it is dated. It is a game that came out in like 2003 on the PC. So it has some old design, and they hadn't really pushed E's forward yet. It was still kind of this background thing they did that just kind of poofed every once in a while. But anyways, I was going to drop the number down from 10 games because I've kind of sat on it, and I think 10's a little too much. I can't get through them all. I do seem to get through a good chunk of them, or at least like 4 to 5, and then realistically with like new releases coming out, like even last year, I did cheat a little bit by putting games that were coming out on it. So in order to kind of mitigate that, I'm just going to give you 5 games that I will try and beat this year, and I'm going to add in one more just for good measure. I'm going to discount one that was going to be on my list because I'm actually really close to the end. So, without any further ado, let's get into my 5 games, plus 2 more for some reason, that I want to finish in 2025. So, shocking no one. I was going to put East 10 on my list because I was just a little slow with it, but again, work got really heavy. But the thing is, I just about beat this game. I'm right at the tail end. I'm not done it yet, but I will be. So that one's kind of on there, but like, I kind of put another game on there because I feel like that makes more sense. And because I'm restarting everything, I'm going to actually add an old game from last year onto it that I actually do want to finish, like really bad. So let's get to the actual first game of the list. Metaphor Re Fantasio. A game I actually thought was an Xbox exclusive when it was originally announced. But it is on everything, which is fantastic. I have heard nothing but good things. I know it is more Persona, and that is something I am always for, is more Persona games. So I'm looking forward to actually getting around to playing this, because I heard the combat system is really good. It has the social link system that Persona series is known for, but in this really cool, like, medieval style where, like, you're driving around a castle, I've heard. Again, I know enough, but I kind of made sure I didn't hit any spoilers, so I'm looking forward to this one. And this one might seem a little random, but this one, as I picked up, was the Simpsons game. Now, the Simpsons game was based off of when the movie came out. They did a tie-in video game for it. And honestly, I was able to play a few minutes of it on my Xbox 360 just to make sure it all functioned and worked. It was actually kind of fun. I actually do want to see it through to the end, so I'm going to add the Simpsons game. Again, I like that this isn't a long one, because I'm notoriously bad for picking, like, really long, 50-plus hour games. And I think this year, like, I might be bad for it, but we'll see. But yeah, The Simpsons, the game, or The Simpsons, the movie, the game, I am easily looking forward to. Now, here's the one I mentioned that I'm going to re-add to a list. I do really want to finish Super Mario Wonder. I did try playing this with my girlfriend. The problem was we kept getting in fights. Basically because I was more like, cool, let's go, move on. And she's like, no, we fight everything. So because we have different playstyles, we can't play this together, which is funny. But I do want to play through it. Unfortunately, I was trying to play through it last year, and it kept getting taken from me, whether it be my brother or my girlfriend. We have luckily solved that situation, and they are both done with it, so now it is my turn to actually go through it. So I will add Super Mario Wonder to my list. And then we'll do a classic here on the channel, Atelier Ryza for Royal Fights. I played through the first two, absolutely fantastic. It was a lockdown series I got into, and 3 was always the one I wanted to get to. They're not games I always want to play, but they're always good ones to pick up. They're a nice reset, nice palate cleanser of a video game, especially the Atelier games, because I know the characters pretty well. And I have played the intro once. Again, did not get that far, more than an hour. Just kind of popped it in and fiddled with it, and then I kind of went back to one of my other games. But I am looking forward to actually getting through this game. So, Atelier Ryza, just kind of a chill, relaxing game. The final summer for the final game. And I can't wait to actually dig into it and kind of see how the Ryza trilogy actually ends, as this was the one that saved this franchise, and I can't wait to see what they did for the ending. And finally, because I have 2 Ys games here, one that I'm about to finish, one I just finished, I felt like I need to throw the last Ys game on here that I have access to, that I have not played, that I do want to play, and that is E7. This is the one that got me to pick up the franchise back when this one originally came out. As E7, I just kind of saw it on the shelf on the PSP wall and just kind of kept looking and being like, man, what is this weird game that I kept seeing? And the art kind of grabbed me with all the characters on it. I'm like, what's going on? What is this game? So when I did finally pick it up, I remember multiple times I would get... Not multiple times. I remember that I did get right to the end, and you kind of have to go through all the dungeons again, if I'm remembering that correctly. And I kind of lost where I was at some point, because I kind of found it really uninteresting. But now that I have the Steam Deck, my plan is to play it on there, and hopefully the increased resolution and frame rate will kind of make it a lot easier to plow through. But I do really want to play through E7 and then finish it, and then all the Ys games that have officially come out in North America, kind of after this era, we will have, and I have beat. Those are my 5 games that I want to finish for 2025. With these games especially, I am looking forward to them. Honestly, this seems like a lot less daunting than the games that I was doing before. I think 10 was just way too much. This is a much more concise. This seems a lot more plausible, where you're like, yeah, this one I can spend a weekend. This one I could probably also spend a weekend. And then the others I can just slowly get through. E7 I can slowly play through. And I'm really excited to just finish that one, because that's kind of the last one I haven't plowed through. I've beaten all the other ones that have come out since this one. The only one I don't think I'll have played yet will be 5, but maybe I'll happenstance and just play that randomly this year. But who knows how the year will go, because none of us really do. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I hopefully will try to stay back on top of this channel a lot better than I was at the tail end of the year. But that's it. So take care. Have a good one.